Hello and welcome to my golden tones. Because I was unable to get my batch done at Starbucks. Got into an interesting conversation with my barista who has fed me another mystery. The conversation prevented me from doing my work as planned. I'll show you as far as I got here. Here's the guesses that I'm aware of that have come in. Sadly, neither one says pudding. Here is what all I've pretty much done is recorded this, and you haven't gone very far at all. Kind of disappointed in the Greyflank here. Greyflank, let's do this one. Control find. The word pudding is actually here. The word pudding has actually already been expressed in the exact context that I'm seeking, but it wasn't placed in the guess area. That's the guess area, silly boy. And you put pudding down here. So what we're looking at up here are Greyflank's first guesses since his joke, since his crack about pudding. And it's also when he made the crack about the pudding, quote, he did not have benefit of me giving feedback on the concept of another brick in the wall lyrics. He just threw it out there, got it right the first time, but he didn't formally make it a guess. Now he does have benefit of the feedback and absolutely insane confirmation for the idea that it's lyrics from another brick in the wall. And with this insane information, insanely obvious, insane clarity of information that says that he was on the right track, he now abandons another brick in the wall lyrics entirely. And I'm curious about the flying pig, I have to admit. Here's a door to the barn that I think has already been left open. Excuse me, what's that about? I think the animals left the barn on this one. Well, I'm trying to scoop it up, but there we go. And royalties, God knows why on that one. Well, let's see what we have. I'd rather do a regulation batch of 6. So I'm going to hope there's more guesses, and maybe this is it. Maybe this is the big moment. It can always be the big moment. I'm anticipating. I don't know. I think my nerves are afraid at this point. I don't know if I can continue to get hyped for the possibility the next thing I turn is going to be, next thing I'm going to see is going to be the word pudding in the right location. I think it's a new one. I think it's Liber Romana. Come on. What do you think? You see a couple letters hanging up? P-U-D-D. You know what? Those 2 letters peeking over the top, those could be double D's. Let me see. P-U-D-D. Those could be double D's right there. Liber Romana could be giving us double D's. Not just her bra size. Let's see what we have. Pudding, pudding, pudding. Ah, no. No. 4 minutes. Pink uniform. What in the world? Pudding, Liber Romana. Why? But we have a regulation batch now. Pink in uniform says Liber Romana. Well, Pink Floyd. Duh. Pink in uniform from Liber Romana. Okay. Let's formally go through this. Plato-mice to transcendentalism. We're interested in pigs and misspelled lasers and lyrics and royalties. Oh, I put it in the wrong location. Excuse me for living. I do that often. We need to put it in column K in order for it to carry through the entire spreadsheet. Pink uniform. And if I didn't see it autofill to Pink Floyd, I would have thought, have we ever had a form of, has Pink appeared in any of our guesses thus far? Pink Floyd, and there I am dealing with collective intelligence. That's what that was about. Pink Floyd being broken down into its component parts, Pink and Floyd. That's my collective intelligence, also known as self-hypnosis project. Okay, Floyd, Pink, Pink. Okay. And then uniform, the only case. So no repeats. There's that saving grace to the batch. Flying pig, later so lyric. I suppose lyrics ought to do something. I mean, it might stand out next to a few other things, but it's absolutely insane. Look at the qualified best. Can we take a gander at these qualified bests? Look at this. This is just incredible. Pink Floyd, of course, is the modifier. It's on every damn page. Therefore, it's first in shares. So that's clear enough. Look at the other qualified bests. Teacher, leave us kids alone. We don't need no education. All knowledge is a brick in the wall. Teacher, leave us kids alone. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm, as I said, in the classroom. Right down the line. Lyrics to another brick in the wall. It's just the most obvious, except, there is a slight issue. Is it a lyric? It's on the track. It's not sung. There's even a feeling of it kind of being picked up incidentally. There's just some guy screaming, who knows what. Listen closer and you can make out what he's saying. So I suppose there's that level of confusion. There's a little bit of I don't know, maybe something. There's some logic to not getting it, except, well, Greyflank is just scattershot. He's throwing all kinds of crap out there, and this is actually the third consecutive mystery in which Greyflank has put in one of his posts the mystery. 3 straight times he's done this. Spiral was a word in one of his stories. He submits a story, an ongoing excerpts to one of his stories he will attach to his guesses. In one of them, during the mystery Spiral, he used the word spiral. He then guessed the mystery Squishy outright. As I showed you, found the pudding quote, posted the pudding quote in its entirety. Or, the most significant half of it, I guess. Most well-known half of it. That's 3 straight. and he has only one solve to show for it. He's posted the freaking mystery in 3 straight games with one actual solve to show for it. So he guesses. He's famous for guessing off, and no one has ever kept up his kind of pacing for guessing. But beyond that, he fills his posts up with words. Way more than anyone else. So if it's going to be anyone to achieve something like that, it would be Greyflank. Prolific in guesses, prolific in text that is not guesses, just prolific in the volume of crap he throws out there. And for having all that crap being thrown out there, he actually does end up with a decent solve rate. But he's just always shooting. That's the main thing. He's just always shooting. Once in a while something sticks. But it can be aggravating to see, what a poor shot he is. Like even aiming for the top versus the bottom of his own post. He's just got horrible aim on a shot for shot basis. So, good Lord. Yes, I would like to know which one is Floyd. I know about the laser light shows, but is there a Floyd the Flying Pig? Oh, my goodness. Do we move forward? We have 6. We had determined that there were no repeats. And from that point, we can take these down to 108. Gray Francis and Liber Romana. We can move forward, deeper web. Pink Floyd and Pudding. 12,300. At this stage of the game, now that the modifier has been guessed, we're only going to scoop up the pudding part. 12,300. Oh, but I got sidetracked somewhere. But as we were saying, I show you that list of qualified bests. Every single one of them is directly from another brick in the wall. It's a sight to behold. Absolutely a sight to behold. But we've got 6 guesses here, and we've got 0 out of 6. This is just stunning. 0 out of 6 that are lyrics to another brick in the wall. Again, lyrics is not quite the right word, so I'm even wondering about that one. You think that one's anything going to do kind of well? It would be that one. But this is actually not the most direct way to express what the heck that pudding line constitutes. But I say we're ready to roll. 0 out of 6. They've snapped. The team they've absolutely snapped. Who have we not heard from lately? Who is there who may not have snapped yet? I'm thinking maybe Woody. Quite nuts. Flying Pig. Flying Pig. Here we go. That's a little bit strange. I don't know what I did. It'd be nice to know what I did. So I can do it on purpose one of these days. Cincinnati Marathon. Cincinnati Marathon was different. What? A marathon. Bistro. Games. Anything in New Jersey where Greyflank is? Good Lord. Marathon. Gallery. Bookstore. Why? He does read. Restaurants. He does eat. My Lord. Pink Floyd. We're now assuming that all guesses are attached to Pink Floyd. 2007-20. And now pairing that with pudding. 2,720. $32. Inflatable. Well, good Lord. Pink Floyd pigs. Staple props of their live shows. A very obviously male pig appears in the 1980s. Inflatable flying pigs. 32. Not bad at all. Thousands, hundreds, tens. Oh, I got a peek at this one. Well, it's about at the same level as these others. The high end of big, not a big deal. High end of not a big deal. Laser light show. We're going to misspell it first, just in case. Maybe there's a particular page that puts it that way. Would Pink Floyd show up on that one? No. Yeah, Pink. There's Pink. There's Floyd. There's bigger ones out there. That's what they're known for. And their fans, I suppose, are known for not spelling well. Because they don't believe in rules. They don't believe in following the damn rules. Like the school marms want them to. Laser light show Pink Floyd, misspelled, it gets us 48. Pudding, I'm going to kind of assume a 0, but let's look. 48. Oh, showing results for this one. Probably it is 0. No results. Okay. So we have to spell it correctly in order to get even the first share. I guess our figure was 12, wasn't it? Laser light show. 69,500. Now, at this point, how big does Pink get? Pink Floyd. It's not on the list even. Yeah, not even on the list. It's true. The fans, Pink Floyd's fans in particular, are worse spellers than people in other contexts. $69,500 becomes 2,280. 2,280. Only 100 on 10,000. 1,012. Yes, indeed. We pretty much already knew that. And that's not going to get us very far. Yeah, not very far. Lyrics, maybe. Maybe it'll stand out well against certain other things. Lyrics. When we're talking about Pink Floyd in particular, that number gets reduced to 0.665 is a big number. It's a number that's in line with kids, in fact. So maybe we're going to go higher than kids. We just might. 0.665. Can it go higher than kids? But it's just not going to go that well with pudding. See, kids has crossover the world of pudding. But will lyrics? Lyrics has the hits to do it, but will it go as high? 3.24 thousand. Well, no, and it's clearly not. It clearly does well in some general way. The key is how well it compares to other non-lyric guesses. Royalties. Who the hell cares about royalties? Not that common a word anyways. When you ask about Pink Floyd in particular, you're down to 13,500. 13,500. $122. And Pink, now that's interesting. Pink would have to be on the same 12,800. Tie for shares, right? $379 million. Pink Floyd are down to basic Pink Floyd hits. 3.91 million. So it's going to score essentially the same as, which is interesting though. It's as if we're getting Pink Floyd guests all over again. $3.91 million. $12.3 thousand. Which is just slightly less, only because Pink Floyd has grown. Pink Floyd itself has grown in hits by a fairly substantial margin, I guess. No, well, it is a number I'm familiar with. So we did get a little bit more for it. It's interesting. On the new scoring system, that Pink would be doing as well as Pink Floyd. Essentially. Uniform. Trying stuff. And we please stand by, and maybe we can entertain ourselves with this. There's the wall. Father. Concert. Nazi pig. Oh. Is it true? Pink Floyd used to be racist? No, Ted Nugent is supposed to be. Ted Nugent likes white people. Pink Floyd's audience was white. Should be thankful for having an audience. Anti-school songs. I want to see a top 10 of anti-school songs. What else is there? Suicide Bomber in a school uniform. Their first new album in 20 years. It's the most what? Oh, come on, dude. Uniform and Pink Floyd. Snap to it. Okay, 30,600. 30,600. 443. That's a good number, isn't it? That's a pretty good number. That's a heck of a number. From lately. Is that one of the muttered lyrics? That's a pretty good score. See what he has here. I'm gonna go home and take off this uniform. A film. Ooh, well. Take off this uniform. Doesn't seem to be. Take off this uniform. It's a pretty good score. I don't know. Let us see if there's anything new. Pink uniform. The uniform of a woman. Which pig is Floyd? I always thought Floyd was a dude. Some dude, not a band. Used to, anyways. Probably not alone. Okay, we're doing it. Uniform Flying Pig. Finishing up the top 10. Here come the D's. Pink doing very well, but kind of confusingly not being quite identical to Pink Floyd. I think it's a good way to confuse yourself. I don't know if that's what we needed. They're already so confused. Hopefully someone is bringing a systematic approach to the Floyd lyrics. Rather than, just going to the next noun in the line. Pink goes to first in shares. Well, it's a tie, right? 12-3. Whoa, Pink Floyd got 12-3 and 12-8, 12-8. Raw shares, mystery hits. So adjusted to 12-3 both times, yeah. In the case of a tie, though, I do not want to recognize the first one. I would rather say that this is my earliest guess number. AP smallest. See if this... I've had problems dealing with ties and shares before. And I might be given more trouble. I might be given more grief about it. Now that's the way I want it to shake out. Pink got here first. Pink Floyd got here first. They're equal, but Pink Floyd got here first. AP. I think this is kind of a slow news day. Largest. And that might mean mentioning a couple of things I've been sitting on. Like education being in first place. Gotta look at that. Lyrics is the highest one in the batch. And should not necessarily be considered high if all is reasonably being compared to is its fellow guesses that have come since the modifier Pink Floyd was guessed. G, largest. Copy. Last chance before I go to print. Okay. That's a little weird. Does that mean that uniform is not scooped up? It does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's try it again. Okay. Now come traditionals. D. Oh, well, I'll change it. Well, might as well. I don't know. I'll change it. Give me a second. Pink lyrics, uniform royalties, flying pig, laser light show. I'll change it now. As guests did not get even one share. So now we're going to do the overalls. Yep, they've cracked, and now we've got a. It's actually might end up being a challenge to get this before. Get this faster than Squishy. From being told Pink Floyd, they went right to the song, right to lyrics within the song. Greyflank went straight to Pudding, went straight to the Pudding line, the line that Pudding is in the content of his post, but he did not put it in the guess half of it. He put it in the lower text half as just making a crack rather than posting guesses. And there's been, with the insane confirmation that it is in fact lyrics, or that it does in fact come from whatever the heck it is, that it does in fact come from another brick in the wall. Nothing. Big fat nothing after all this time, and no guesses that even make the attempt. This is pretty wild. All these are different. This is a top of 18th in differentials. Top score of 18th in a world that should not necessarily be considered to be much higher than, well, 36, 38. The latest light show is probably about as low as it's going to go. Now, is that true? It's hard to miss. I mean, we should just about have all of the differential scoring above, all the differentials since Pink Floyd being higher than all of the differentials before it. So 18th out of 108, is that, if that's what it is, isn't so bad. But it should probably be properly understood as 18th out of more like the 38 here the Laser Light Show represents. Like barely top half. And so is it what are you talking about in guesses? What's the guess count? 108? It is 108. That screaming person bothers me. I guess I do want to make space here. 108 guesses. Nothing made it in differentials. Pink made it in traditionals. Uniform. So 2 made it at the bottom in percentages. Not a lot of point to it. Traditionals made 5th, not advancing. Nothing in diffs. Percentage 10, when maybe we should be really looking at a percentage 3, given the situation. Sort. G largest. What am I trying to achieve here? Here they are. There's the ones in quotes. Uniform and flying pig. Top 8 do not budge. I think I am going to be dealing with extras, but I think I won't subject you to it. D. So, a top 10. Yes, let's shove another brick in the wall off the list. Yeah, if your awareness stops at the 10, is that what you really wanted to do? Did you want to bring in a Pink to go with Pink Floyd so that you could shove another brick in the wall off of the top 10? But that's what was done. We'll look at the qualified best. We have 8 members, last we knew. It's not an inspiring batch here. Let's see, there's W. Pink Floyd is the better scorer for a reason that is not well understood. The 3494. We leaped to kids, but we knew about kids. Education. Brick. All old ones. Teacher. It's no surprise, really. 18,000. Quite the leap to classroom. That's 6. Here come and then the big ones. It's quite a jump after that. 7 for thought control. 8 for dark sarcasm. No movement in the best. We've gone to 5 exclamation points. We get Pink scoring in a range that I give 2 exclamation points to. 1 for the percentages. Pink. What a combination. Pink uniform. Well, they are the tops of the batch. Uniform one side, pink in the other. The lyrics and diffs. There is that. Okay, what does it mean to not get lyrics that high? It's not lyrics. Yeah, why guess things that are going to just make you go nuts like that? Pink. Think pink. Yes, I did correct it in the spreadsheet. And by the time I got to traditionals, I did have it corrected. Think pink. Okay. And of course, it's always possible that the mystery will have happened sometimes while I was composing. So I'm going to take a look further. Okay. This time's for real. Yeah, pink uniform. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do some more work, but it's going to be... You know what? I'm going to pause.